Good morning. Today is also April. Okay, so I'm back for day 3 of the Dr. Ebony Parker, Virginia versus Ebony Parker trial that's taking part in Newport News. If you didn't know, this is the case of the assistant principal that is being charged with 8 counts because they supposedly, allegedly, ignored the signs that this student had a gun. The teacher that was shot was Abby Zwerner. There's already been a civil case. The mother of the 6-year-old student is in jail for 4 years. However, we started off today strong because a motion for a mistrial was denied. The judge, Rebecca Robinson, who I think is doing a really good job of keeping the BS down, allowed 3 pieces of evidence to be presented to the judge today, including the Newport News Public Schools Handbook, the Rich Neck Elementary Crisis Management Plan, and a recorded interview between Dr. Parker and the Newport News Public Schools Human Resource Official, Dr. Nina Farish. This is the first time that we see on video Dr. Parker talking about the shooting and all those things. Now, testimony from Farish really centered around 3 pieces of evidence admitted earlier in the day, including portions of the handbook, the crisis management plan, and the clips from Farish's Zoom interview with the former assistant principal after the shooting. This was a very heavy day, and I will say this should be a lesson for any school. When teachers tell you that a student has a gun, you should react. Now Farish, she led the school's division of internal investigation. And she testified that Parker acknowledged receiving reports that the 6-year-old student may have had a weapon, but she never alerted the principal. Now, remember what I said that the other day? I said that, I wonder what the principal was doing. Well, apparently, despite warnings that a kid had a gun, she never alerted the principal. In the interview clip from the Zoom, Parker said she did not order a search of the student and instead waited for the child's mother to arrive. Apparently, the mother was always up there, probably because she knew her child was acting up, and she wanted to wait on her, which I don't know why, because okay. Anyway, the jury also heard Parker tell Farish in the interview that the former teacher, Abby Zwerner, never told Parker she felt unsafe. Parker says Zwerner only reported the boy being defiant and told her, if he hits me, I don't know what I'm going to do. So apparently so not only did he bring weapons, and keep in mind, we're talking about a 6-year-old, a baby, but he also was hitting teachers. So if anybody in my comments, there were people on the last video talking about the mother shouldn't have been in jail. She should be in jail. 6 years old, absolutely. So Farish also in this clip, she reads findings from her internal investigation report, which concluded that Parker received all reports about a possible weapon, but never informed the principal. The report cited failures to follow procedures, a lack of urgency, and insufficient staff training as root causes of the shooting. So the school district has already said she was negligent. And Farish confirmed to the defense that the training concerns apply to all staff members. So I'm sure they're trying to say it wasn't just Dr. Parker, it was everybody. Also, a school counselor, his name was Rolonzo Rawls at Rich Neck Elementary, where the shooting happened. He testified that he worked one-on-one with the student that shot Abby Zwerner, and that on the day of the incident, he asked if he could search the backpack. And Dr. Parker kept saying no. It makes me wonder, was she trying to hide the fact that this boy had a weapon and she wanted his mother to come get him and they just sweep it under the rug? The counselor also testified that he knew he could not search a student without permission. Rawls even said that he built a rapport with the student over time and had seen improvements in his behavior. Guys, this story is bad on so many levels. There was no policy followed. I almost feel like Dr. Parker was trying to protect the child and not thinking about the other kids, because that came up in trial today too, because the parents of students who were inside the classroom just talked about the emotional impact the shooting had on their children. Kids are anxious. I said this in my last video. They're depressed. They're fearful of loud noises after the shooting, and they are undergoing months of counseling. We have one child that doesn't want to discuss what happened that day. It's just been a mess. So stay tuned. This is going to be, I feel like we're going to get a quick verdict in this trial. But I also feel like this is a lesson for schools. When people tell you that a kid may have a weapon, you should always search the kid, no matter if you think it's not true or not, because this could have all been avoided.